Alright, today we're talking about simplifying and evaluating variables. Alright, so let's get started right off the bat. Here we want to evaluate negative b m times b minus m for b equals 2, m equals 8. We talked about earlier that we can just substitute in these values and do it that way. So let's do it that way this time around. So here, negative b is 2 times m is 8 times 2 minus 8. Alright, so now we have to work on the inside parentheses. So it's negative 2 times 8, negative 6. That would be negative 2 times negative 48, which would equal positive 2 negatives, 96. So again, we're substituting them in and solving it through. Here we can evaluate GH, FGH for F equals 1, G equals negative 3, and H equals negative 5. So here we can go negative 3 times 5 times 1 times negative 3 times 5. Well, negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Negative 1 times negative 3 is negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. So if we go 15 times 15, 7, 0, 5, 1, you get 225. I have two negatives, so my answer is going to be positive. Here I'm going to simplify before I evaluate. So I'm going to take my negative x and I'm going to multiply it using the distributive property out there. So that'd be negative xy minus negative 3x plus y. We don't want to forget that right there. X is 0.5, y is negative 1.75. So x is negative 0.5 times negative 1.75 minus negative 3 times 0.5 plus negative 1.75. Just like that. Now I can come over here and I can multiply 1.75 times 0.5. It's 25. 35, 37. That'd be 8. So 0.875. That would be positive. Let's see. Minus 3 times 0.5 is 1.5. That'd be negative. Plus negative 1.75. Alright. Now remember, because of order of operations, I'm actually adding all of these numbers. So I can add them in any order that I want to. So I'm going to add these two first, because that will give me 0.875 plus negative 0.25. Now I can take 0.875 minus 0.25 and get my answer. That way I'm dealing with less decimals. And I get 0.625 positive. So, it seems like a lot of work, but it's basically addition and subtraction after we substitute it in. Here's our last problem. Alright, so we need to simplify and evaluate. So, we're going to go 2. I'm going to go ahead and substitute it in. Sometimes it's easier to substitute in beforehand. Sometimes it's easier to wait. I'm going to go ahead and substitute this in right now. Minus negative 1 squared. So at first, I need to solve this bottom part right here. So that's 5 plus 1, which is 6. I'm going to simplify this down before I square it. That's 1/2 squared. 2 times 1/2 squared is 2 times 1/4. And 2 times 1/4 is equal to 1/2. Alright? Divide that by 2, that's 1. That becomes 2, 1/2. So that's all we got. Just basically substituting it in, solving it, order of operations. So if you guys have questions, please let me know. Have a great evening.